Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
So Tyson Fury as a man is a very flawed character. We're only human after all. We all make mistakes. We're all tempted. We all do things on a daily basis that maybe we shouldn't do. But the Gypsy King is untouchable. And when I'm in a boxing ring, or when I am that person, I've never had any trouble. The Gypsy King's never experienced mental health issues. He's never experienced downtime or loneliness or depression or anxiety. Never had suicidal thoughts, never had anything, actually. But when I return from that person, morph back into myself, then I have the trouble. So has it made me a better boxer? No, because Tyson Fury as a man is not a boxer.
Because I know I put all the work in the training camp and in the gym. I eat right, I sleep right, I prepare well. As long as I'm injury free, there's nothing more I can do. The rest is in God's hands, God's will, destiny. If it's supposed to be, it will be. And if it's not supposed to be, then I won't win. The way I look at all these big, massive events is, if it's supposed to be written down in history that Tyson Fury was the victor on the night, then so be it. There's not much more I can do than eat, train, sleep right. I can only do that one thing. That's my end of the deal. The rest is down to destiny and supposed to happen, things like that. I'm a massive believer in God. I believe what's meant to be will be. And if it's not meant to be, then it's not meant to be. And I can't really do much about it. So I know that I've done everything that's in my power to prepare for a fight properly. Then the rest is up to the big man upstairs. It's spoiled the way that I look at him as a man. Like, to make a million excuses after a fight, after you've lost to somebody, it's unsportsmanlike conduct. If he'd have beat me in the same manner or any manner, I'd have put my hand down, shook his hand and said, fair play. I've lost to a better man on the night. Good luck and God bless you. And that's the difference in men.
I thought it was quite a clever move from Deontay Wilder. He doesn't do a lot of clever stuff. He's not the most articulate person in the world, but he did something where he couldn't be asked questions for the things he'd said. If he'd have come into the press conference answering everything, the first thing the press was going to do is tear him apart about the glove allegations and the costume and the trainer and the drugs in his water, and the long list continues on. So how would he answer those questions? He's not going to be able to. So taking the vow of silence was probably the best move he could have done.
Absolutely smashed into pieces the second time. It wasn't even a contest. They had a full year to make another fight. I agreed to about 7 dates. None of them materialised. Then the contract expired and now he's now nothing. But Deontay Wilder's got more on his brain than fighting, I tell you that. I think he's lost his marbles. I think Deontay Wilder is struggling mentally at the moment, physically and emotionally.
You have sympathy?
Not just me looking at him from the outside, from a person who's already been there and done what he's doing. Like, obviously, the beating he took in the fight has really affected him, because he obviously thought that he couldn't lose to anybody. And then when he's been in there and been beaten like that, then it's obviously had a mental effect on him. No, I don't think you ever get over the mental health problems. I think they always stick with you, but I've learned a way of managing my problems now, mental problems, which is I train every day, and that's my medicine. And if I wasn't able to train, then I know I'd be back to where I started within a few months, 100%. So I keep my training up, I keep healthy eating, and I try and stay in shape, and that's what motivates me. Yeah. I made it a change of lifestyle, a lifestyle change rather than a quick fix. And it motivates me to get up in the morning and train in the evening. I give myself short-term goals, to hit weight targets, or I want to do a certain thing at a certain time. I give myself a structured routine on a daily basis every day. So I almost live like a sort of a Spartan lifestyle where everything's regimental.
You know, the sport is one thing, and it's been very good to me, boxing. I've had a lot of low times and it's made me very unwell as well at times. But the highs are great, the lows are terrible. After every extreme high, there's got to be even lower low for me. So when I beat Wilder, like last time, I returned home, and for the first 10 days, the only thing I think about was suicidal thoughts.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a very low time for me, and it took me 2 weeks to get right again. And this is after every extreme high. With somebody who's on a mental health patient level like myself, there's always going to be extreme lows. So the higher the high, the lower the low, and that's 100% true. But it's knowing how to manage and maintain these problems, and that's the word that is the key factor here. It's the maintenance word. Because if you can know yourself and know you're going to get well again in a few days, then you're going to be okay.
I live a different lifestyle. I'm a different person. I'm a proper professional athlete these days. So I'm always ready. I'm ready to go today, tomorrow, next week, 3 months, yesterday, last month. I'm always ready to do the distance if needed.
You know, I believe that I'm improving on a daily basis. I try to be better than yesterday than I am today. Try to be better today than I was yesterday. Correction. I've started to do things correct in the later years of my career. I've only started taking boxing seriously at nearly 30 years old, which is the crazy thing. You've known me for a long time, Gareth, and after every single fight I'd balloon up to like 25 stone, 24, 10, 26 stone, and have to get back down to 18, 19. So I never had it was always a weight loss boot camp, always. Now I've been doing it correct since like 29 and a half. I learned that I could stay in shape, and it was good for my mental health, and it was good for my physical fitness, and good for me as an athlete to stay in shape all year round. And just what I should have done from the beginning, really. But we all learn and make mistakes, and experience is an invaluable thing. I've had a long career. Like, I turned professional at 20 years old back in 2008. Everybody else on the class of 2008 is retired, finished, long gone. And I'm a lone standing soldier on my own now. And it's like, how far can I push this legacy? Stratosphere, beyond. Like Buzz Lightyear said, to infinity and beyond. I think I've surpassed that. You know, it's I got this Wilder fight. I've got a few fights left on my contract. I'm just going to see how it goes. Play it by ear, just one fight at a time, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. We really don't know.